before I get into the topic, I want to get a thumbs up from you guys for the new intro. What do you guys think? I think it's so adorable. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, or how long I'm going to keep it, but it's there for now. I'm also working on a new outro as well. I have London here in the background who is making a mess. If I turn this camera around, you guys would laugh, but as long as she's quiet. Normally, I'm not a chatty vlog type person, but I don't know, today I just feel like talking. I'm going to do my infertility journey for those of you who are new to my channel. Instead of you having to go back and look through my old videos of how I got this far, I'll just try to put everything on one video for you. And then if you want to get into specifics of some of the things that I talk about, procedures that I went through, then you can, you know, of course, go find those videos if you want to. But I just thought it'd be easier if everything is in one video, and it'll answer a lot of questions as well. Okay, my infertility journey so far. I met my husband when I was 29, and I remember on our first meeting, we both said we didn't want kids, and I know it's probably not cool to talk about that on your first date, but like I said, I was 29 and he was 32. You know, you want to get those things. She's scratching a box right now. That's why. Lolo, monsters. I might have to pause a lot and come back. You know how it is. Yeah, on our first date, we said we didn't want any kids. And then about 15 minutes later, there's a lady that walks in with this little tiny baby girl. And I look over, and I must have got a googly-eyed look on my face, because then he turns to me and says, "No, you want another baby." And I was like, "No, I don't. No, I don't." I didn't know I was lying, but I guess I was. We met in June, I hope I get this right, of 2006. And yeah, we married December of 2007. We honestly never, after that little conversation we had, we never really talked about children after that, or having a baby after that. We each had daughters from previous relationships that were basically the same age. They were like 9 and 10 when we met. I never took birth control. We never used birth control, TMI, but we didn't. And then a month or two after marriage, I did break my little promise, I guess. One of the big reasons why I wanted to have another one is I felt like I had my daughter at such a young age that I really didn't get a chance to be the kind of mother that I wanted to be. And when I thought of motherhood, it kind of left like a nasty taste in my mouth, because, you know, you struggle a lot as a teenage mother. The birth was very difficult, the birth itself, and there is a video back there. Matter of fact, I'll link it below, my teenage birth story. So the birth itself was really difficult. And on top of that, being responsible for a baby at 18 years old when you have so many other things you want to do, I just was not ready. That's me personally. I know a lot of people who have babies at a young age are ready. I was not. I struggled a lot. So after that, I thought, oh, I don't ever want any more kids. Oh, that was so hard. I never really considered age being an issue. I just thought parenthood was hard. I never thought, hey, it's because you were a teenager, or, you know, you weren't ready, you were young, you weren't in the right relationship. For some reason, I never put those two together. I just thought, no, having a baby is rough, period. So anyways, when I got older, married, of course, when I married Lamar, I got to thinking, like, well, maybe, you know, now that I'm married and, you know, I have a partner and our daughters are older, maybe it would be a different experience. So that's when I went to him and said, you know, maybe we should give it a go. Also, another reason was I thought it would kind of bring us together as a family. Lamar's parents live in the same city that we do, and my dad, who I'm physically close to, he is in a city about 2 hours away, and then my mom is like, and my sister are like 10 hours away. We were closest physically to Lamar's parents, but we didn't go over there a whole lot. We really didn't have much of a relationship, and I just thought, well, you know, this baby, I was thinking that she would, you know, connect us all, bring us all together. At that time, Lamar's parents hadn't had a grandchild in 9 or 10 years, maybe 8 years it had been. There had been plenty of babies in my family because I have lots of sisters and a brother. But Lamar only had one sister. They only had 2 grandchildren, period, 2 girls. I told Lamar and we discussed it and he was on board. And that was 2008. So basically through 2008, we tried on and off. Honestly, it wasn't really like we should have been. Looking back, hindsight, we should have been really, you know, trying, and I should have saw a doctor and all that jazz, but you never know what you don't know at the time what's going to happen. Let's see. We tried on our own through 2009. 2008, I know I joined Baby Center, so I must have been really looking on the internet for ideas. That's when I learned about ovulation tests, and only being able to get pregnant 24 hours out of a cycle, and just all the stuff that, you know, us TTCers know, little tidbits of things. So I tried a lot of those things. I tried temping, OPKs, yada yada, you know, all that stuff. We had a spontaneous pregnancy October of 2010. We were both thrilled. I mean, we were just over the moon. Unfortunately, I miscarried on Thanksgiving Day, the following November, Thanksgiving Day. It was just horrible. And luckily we hadn't told. I can't remember if we told my family. We might have. I think we did, actually. Thanksgiving Day, we had dinner at his parents' house, and they were wondering what was wrong with me. So we did have to tell them, you know, actually he was telling them, you know, actually she's, you know, miscarrying right now. And I didn't go to the hospital because I know as a nurse, I already know that there's nothing they can do. They're just going to say, go home, let it happen, yada, yada. Come back, we'll see if you need a DNC. I didn't need a DNC, and it was done. After that miscarrying, that really put a fire under me because I knew at that point that at least I can conceive. Because honestly, up to that point, I thought, well, I probably just can't even, you know, I just can't even get pregnant. After that, I knew it was possible. That was when I saw the first RE, reproductive endocrinologist. She was recommended from a friend of mine. We were both trying to conceive, and she recommended her. So I went and saw her. She did a fluid ultrasound, and that's when I discovered my problem with fibroids. She saw that I had a fibroid in my uterus, and she recommended that I remove it. I removed it on December 15th, 2010. And then after that, she told me I could wait a couple of months and try. So we did, and I don't remember specifics. I know that we tried Clomid. I don't know how many times that year. It never worked, obviously. It was November that I had the miscarriage, and then it was May of 2011. We had another spontaneous pregnancy. Again, it was one of those months where we weren't even trying. And yeah, I come up pregnant. So I thought, there's no way I'm going to have another miscarriage. This one's definitely going to, you know, stick. I was so confident. I went to my OB. We did betas. The betas were going high. I was getting more and more confident. And then I made it to my first ultrasound, and it was a blighted ovum. Blighted ovum means that there was a sac there, but no baby. So that was just... I remember my husband tweeted, "Dear God, why us?" I remember seeing his tweet after I told him. And that was just horrible. I mean, 2 back to back. It was almost more than I could take at the time, honestly. I just thought, oh my gosh, is this ever going to happen? So I was in school at the time of all this happening, and yeah, it was tough. So after that, after the next miscarriage, we just went on to keep trying. Still seeing the same RE. We did a few IUIs. Nothing at all. And then that's going to bring me to 2012. And that's when I stumbled upon YouTube. I think Carla the Bubble Lush was the first video that I'd ever saw. And when I saw that video, it just changed everything for me. You know, infertility is one of these things that people just don't talk about. Women just don't talk about. I don't remember ever hearing anybody say, I'm trying to get pregnant. You know, you don't hear people saying that, you know, you fear judgment. And even now, like when I say, if I'm in a group of women and I say that I'm trying to get pregnant, I usually get, why? Oh my gosh, why would you want to do that? And let's even take London out of the picture. Let's say I didn't even have London. If I were to say it now, I just get these like, I don't understand that kind of anti-family, anti-children attitude. I just, and that's a lot of reasons why women do not want to talk about it, because they get this really effed up kind of response. Now that I have London and she's 9 months old, I can imagine, well, I have a few friends that know that I'm trying, that are supportive, but I can imagine what they would say if they knew I was TTC with a 9-month-old. Oh my goodness, I'd really be the devil. But there does seem to be some kind of like taboo thing about talking about infertility or trying to get pregnant. I guess one of the problems is too, if you tell somebody you're trying to get pregnant, every time they see you, they're going to be like, are you pregnant yet? Are you pregnant yet? Are you pregnant yet? So it's kind of more pressure. So that's another reason why I'm guessing that women don't talk about it. So I discovered YouTube. I believe it was Carla the Bubble Lush, and I knew immediately I was going to be vlogging this. And I'm so happy I did, by the way. I'm so happy that I have those videos to look back on for reference and for her to see. So that's when I started. My first video, I want to say, I think it was February 12th or February 11th of 2012. And I've been vlogging ever since. And then I went on to kept trying again. Vlogging. You guys know, you saw the videos. Every time I met with the OB, they would say, you're going to have a baby. Don't worry about it. You're going to have a baby. And I'd be like, do you know how long I've been trying? Basically since 2008. But they all had that kind of attitude. And that it was just a matter of time. I didn't try through 2012. And then that brought us to 2013. Now, 2012, let me go back a little bit. I kind of, there was a period in 2012, it's back there in the videos, where I kind of vanished from YouTube. I don't even know how many months. Let me bring my leg over. I don't even know how many months I was gone. I kind of just took a hiatus because you guys know, if you've been trying a long time, sometimes you just need a break from it. You don't even want to talk about it. You don't want to think about it. It's just so depressing. And even YouTube can be depressing because you keep seeing people getting pregnant. At the end of 2012, going into 2013, I was like, you know what? I got to step up my game. I'm getting older. It's either going to happen or it's not. We were considering IVF, which we really couldn't afford, but I just knew time was basically running out if we didn't get it together soon. So I decided really going into 2013 that I was really going to kick infertility's butt, seriously. So I met with a new RE. I found her on infertility.net, and I will put all this, I'll put her link below. I don't think she's there anymore, but I'll put the clinic's link below in case you're in the LA area, because her prices are amazing. Talked to me for about an hour. The consultation was free. And then after the consultation, she did an ultrasound, a transvaginal ultrasound. We were going to get started on treatment right away, which was going to be injectable medication followed by an IUI. Lamar had been checked out by this point. We both had every test. His sperm was fine, yada, yada. All this was done prior. And so when we went to go in to do the ultrasound right after the appointment, she found a fibroid. Can you guys believe that? A fibroid. And during the ultrasound, she said, well, it looks small. It doesn't even look that big. We can try to do a cycle if you want and see what happens. So me being so friggin' anxious, I said, yes, I'll do a cycle anyway. I don't care. Maybe I'll get pregnant anyway. So we did a Follistim cycle. And of course I did not get freaking pregnant. So she said, all right, let's remove this thing. So I had it removed April of 2013. She removed it for me. And after I had surgery, she comes in to me and says, that fibroid was so big that it blocked sperm. Like, she's like, there's no way you would have gotten pregnant. And if you would have, it probably wouldn't have been successful. So all that time that I was wasting, all the medication I wasted, the times before that, who knows when I got the freaking fibroid again, because I just had one removed. A lot of those times, all those IUIs that I did, I probably would have not been successful because of the fibroid. So it was all a waste of time. Because the fibroid was so big in my uterus, I ended up having to have a pediatric catheter on the inside until I was able to heal. And then she took the catheter out. And then she told me to wait 1 month to do a cycle. Okay, so the first cycle that we did after she found the fibroid, the plan was to do Follistim and IUI. She monitored me through ultrasound, and the first cycle that we did, I overstimulated. I had so many eggs, it was ridiculous. And I remember her like saying, she said, look, there's no way I would give you an IUI, and if you try on your own, I don't even want my name attached to it, because it's very dangerous. With as many eggs as you have, it's extremely dangerous to try. That's how Kate Gosselin ended up with 6 kids, is she overstemmed on an IUI cycle, and she tried on her own anyway. Unfortunately, I did not listen to her advice, and we did try again, but we had missed ovulation. We did try, but we had missed ovulation. So thank goodness. Oh my gosh, I was just psycho wanting a baby that bad, you guys. So that cycle was a bust. And then she removed the fibroid. And when she removed the fibroid, she said, okay, let's do another Follistim cycle for the month of May. So I was really excited because I knew there was no fibroid there. And I'm like, okay, nothing's going to stop us now. We are so good. So we did another Follistim cycle. And this time we lowered the dose to Follistim to 40 IU. The first time we used 75 IU for 5 or 6 days. And the second time we used only 40 IU for 6 days, starting cycle day 2. And then I go in to get checked, monitored constantly. The first time she said, okay, I see you're looking good. We got some eggs going on. And then I go in for the next checkup. I did not make 1 egg. She saw little ones and they were gone. We went back to my follow-up appointment and they were gone. So the May cycle was a bust. So then we move on to June. So I stink. For the June cycle, we decided to stick with the 40 IU of Follistim. I would rather have made no eggs than make too many eggs, because it's painful when you make too many eggs and you hyperstem. So I decided to go ahead and stick with the 40 IU. We did, and I go in for my monitoring, and then on my last check, she looks and she sees 1 egg on my left side. And so I'm like devastated. I was like, oh my gosh, only have 1. So I had a decision to make. Do I do an IUI? Do I pay the $500 for an IUI, which is their cost, $500? And it was only $500 because I used injectable medication. If you don't use injectable medication, it's like $200. At least it was back then. So I said, do I go ahead and do this IUI with 1 egg, or do I try on my own? So thinking of the financial part of it, I said, you know what? I'm just going to try on my own. It's 1 egg. So I just don't want to put the money and gamble on 1 egg. Not with my history anyway. We used the Follistim 40 for 6 days. We gave it a try on our own, and July 6th of 2014, we found out somebody was on their way. Hi, I was on my way. Finally, success, guys. After lots and lots and lots of freaking heartbreak, and I can't even tell you, I don't even know how many TTC videos I have back there on my playlist of just emotional up and down, and just yeah, it was just a long time coming. I think it was like 7 years of just craziness. And a lot of it, I really wish I would have saw Ari sooner. I really wish I wouldn't have listened to people saying, no, just keep trying, just keep trying. I really wish I would have been more proactive a lot earlier, and she would be 3 or 4 by now, and we'd be, having another baby. But I guess things happen for a reason, so yeah, and now I'm back in the saddle again. So I'm hoping, knowing what I know now, I'm hoping that things go a little bit smoother, since I'm pretty much a fertility expert at this point. Okay, that was my entire fertility journey so far. There is so much more to come. I hope you guys stay with me for the welcoming of baby number 3 for us. I hope. Huh? We hope, baby. Yes. If you guys have any questions, leave them below. Everything that I went through, the hysteroscopy, which is the procedure to remove the fibroids, I vlogged during it. It's on there. IUIs I talked about, the medication, just everything is, you know, I vlogged as I was going through all this stuff. So all the videos are back there if you want to check them out. And I will leave the link to my fertility doctor if you're in the LA area. I believe they have an office in the LA area and then one in the Inland Empire. A subscriber of mine, when I was going to the office, actually saw me there and then emailed me and said, I saw you there, but I was too embarrassed to say something to you. So, you know, there could be a lot of you LA girls watching. I'm not sure, but if you are, you know, on your TTC, I would definitely go give them a chance. It's a free consultation, so you have nothing to lose because it's, you know, they don't charge you anything, and they do participate in the medication donation program. I believe that's it for this video. All my social network links are below if you want pictures of this little cutie. I'm trying to put daily pictures. I'm starting to slip a little bit, but if you do want to see pictures of her, you can follow me on Instagram. Bye-bye.